Show.
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games for what they are. I even own the 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Gotta be honest, when I tried Red Faction demo, I didn't love it. I enjoyed it, but you know, it didn't just click with me. So days went on, got Red Faction, and I said, well, I'm not gonna play Prototype for another week or so, so why not I pick this up? I was just about done with Infamous, and I said, alright, let me try it. Picked it up, and well, watch the rest of the review to find out what I think of Red Faction Guerrilla. Well, not to give any spoilers away, let's be honest, you see it's about the first 10 minutes of the game. Your brother gets killed by the EDF. You do not like that, and you want revenge. That's basically the story. As it goes on, it gets more complicated, but that's the beginning of the game. I would have to say the story has pretty good CGI films. I enjoyed all of them so far. They're interesting anyway. I mean, not the greatest, and that's a negative point here. It's not the most interesting story going on. A little cliche at times, but it works. You know, like you at least feel like you're doing something for someone, but it could have been more interesting. It does get better as it goes on, don't get me wrong, with some unknown species coming in later, but it's just not the most, you know, interesting story. But I will say it does have pretty good voice acting. I never went, oh my god, did he just say that or anything? It was pretty good, and there's actually some pretty funny lines during a mission. Sadly, I couldn't find the exact mission with that line, but here's another line that I thought was pretty funny.
I'm on it. If that thing turns out to be some Martian can opener.
Well, to be honest, this is one of Red Faction's strongest points. The destruction in this game is absolutely amazing. Or, in which ways I usually say absolutely fucking amazing, to emphasize that. It is. I mean, seeing a building tumble over has never looked so good. Seeing you go through a house with a car has never looked so good. I don't even think most games let you do that. So this game, just all-out destruction, looks amazing. As I said, the good CGI and the models look fine. Everything's looking good. I love the atmosphere. It actually feels like you're on Mars. I mean, they have all these different cars you drive and everything, so it does a good job of making you feel like you're on another planet. And I love it that when so much shit is going on, I'm talking about 3 or 4 buildings exploding, 10 cars exploding, people are shooting, you're shooting back, and there's not one frame drop. It's beautiful. The only thing I really could see a complaint about, and to me this doesn't really affect me unless I'm driving for a long time, is it can be kind of plain at sometimes. Not enough buildings in some places, but overall, the game looks great and the destruction is just fucking amazing. Well, if you're still with me, you're wondering, where can this game go wrong? Well, I assure you it's not the gameplay. First of all, this game has one of the best melee weapons ever created. This hammer is badass. I mean, you're smacking a guy and he'll go flying. If he doesn't go flying, you'll hear a nice crack and you know that that guy's back is broken. I mean, the melee weapon, I love the hammer. And guess what? You can upgrade it. Yes, the hammer or sledgehammer, whatever you want to call it, is badass. There's also other cool weapons such as the electric gun. This gun is great. Not only does it electrocute them, but they actually like freeze up like they're getting tasered. And it's funny to watch them like, and all this shit. It's real fun. And the gun is just awesome. It electrocutes a bunch of people at the same time, not just one person. So it's really cool. And also you got the mines, which are massive destruction of love. And you also got, you know, a machine gun, and you have this razor gun where you shoot a razor, it goes right into the guy, and you know he's dead. I mean, there's all these different guns. So it does a really cool job of, you know, introducing all these different weapons, plus rocket launcher and so on. The vehicles are really cool. I think they all have their unique designs. They're all for different reasons, such as stronger armor, faster. You know, it just does a really cool job of introducing all these things. And then you get a super mega thing I call Transformer from Aliens. This thing, it transforms from a car to a goddamn machine monster, and it looks like the thing from Aliens. If anybody's seen Aliens at the end where she's riding that little, you know, crane-looking robot, it kind of looks like that. But also, there's different versions, such as the swiping one where you just swipe and you knock the shit out of everything. And then you have one that has rocket launchers. I'm showing it right now. And, I mean, it's just a badass vehicle. One of the coolest things I've ever seen in the sandbox games. There's also lots of side missions, plus single-player missions. This game has a lot of both. I like the side missions such as rescue hostages and raid the EDF camps. I don't like defending my own camps because they're just ridiculously hard at times. But raiding an EDF camp when all the, you know, soldiers are running with you and you're just shooting the shit and blowing up stuff, it's just awesome. And I like rescuing hostages because it always requires a little strategy. The really only negative thing I have to say about the gameplay is it can be hard at times. I mean, like, really hard. Like, you're fighting like 100 fucking people, it feels, by yourself. It can be really hard. But really, that only happens when you do missions that you know are going to be hard. Otherwise, the game is a blast to play. It just is. And that's not a pun. It really is just so fun to play. Well, if it sounds like I love this game, it's probably because I do. I seriously think this is one of the most surprisingly fun games I played this year. The game does so much right. Not only is it a good single player, it's a long single player. I mean, there's tons of side missions to do, plus the single player. I love going through houses. I love shooting up the EDF. I love facing these unknown species. I mean, come on, you can guess. This is on Mars, people. As I said, long single player. Plus multiplayer, though, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to count that at all. Though no negative, no positive, because I haven't played it, nor will I probably will, because I'm not a big multiplayer fan for, you know, versus. If this was co-op, I'd be right on it, but it's not. Okay, so I'm not going to count against it or with it. I'm just going to mention it for you guys so you can, you know, look forward to multiplayer. The only negative things I really have to say overall after playing this for hours and having a blast, again, no pun intended, is that I would have liked more, you know, different type of missions in the end. I mean, they're mostly pretty good. I'm talking about side missions. Story missions do pretty good, different ones, but side missions could have used a few different ones. But overall, they're pretty fun, I have to say. I never really got too bored. And what I would really have liked, since this is by the Saints Row creators, and I think they do an excellent job of customizing, I would have liked to customize, not the character, I like the character, but the armor and the clothing. I mean, they already have this design down, which I really like. So with more armor, like helmets and different types of armor, this game would have been pimptastic. But you can upgrade your armor and stuff, which is cool, but not in the way that I want it. Overall, this game is honestly one of the most fun games I played this year. I'm having a great time playing it. I'm not done with it, and some people don't like that I review before I'm done. But this game is very long. I'm not gonna lie. Though I am having so much fun with it, and it is a sandbox game, so it's not going to change completely in terms of gameplay. So the game just does a great job. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do. Now go drive through people's houses, blow shit up, and shoot EDF, because EDF pissed me off because they're like fucking assholes and I just want to shoot the shit out of them. So have fun, enjoy it. Red Faction is definitely worth the buy.